Hey everybody, Monica King here, King's Titan Homestead. I'm just gonna kind of talk about like my days, and I'm hoping that this gives some people some inspiration. I have a lot of friends that are feeling kind of depressed right now, and my theory is stay busy. If you don't stay busy, yeah, you might fall into a depression. So, what did I do? What have I been doing? Sunday was the Southern Arizona Beekeepers Association coffee and beekeeping meeting, and I usually try to now go to a nursery, like time it so that we can see what flowers are blooming every month at different nurseries. And we're trying to only visit those nurseries that are local. So the first time we started this, we went to Mesquite Valley Growers. The second time we went to Harlow Nursery. This time, Michael suggested that we go to Tohono Chul. Well, when he mentioned it, I happened to be already at Tohono Chul doing Monsoon Madness event. A lot of local artisans get together, invited by Tohono Chul to present products, and there's educators and all kinds of things. So I educate about our local honeybees, and I also sell honey and other bee-related products while I'm there at the park. So this was awesome. And so you probably, if you've been watching, you probably have noticed that I got a few plants at Tohono Chul when I was there, thanks to Jennifer, and I picked up a few as well. But when I went back to Tohono Chul, yeah, I picked up a few more. They had a couple others that when I'm hiking in the desert, like at the foothills, and I'm in the very bottom of, not the very, very bottom, but I think 400 feet up from the bottom of a valley floor. And so a lot of the plants that are in the foothills aren't right here at my location, but these plants get a lot of pollinators. So I'm like, my main goal in life right now is to get the Sonoran bumblebees to come and live in my area. I have never seen a Sonoran bumblebee here. So that's one of my main goals, is to do that. But whenever I go into Tucson, it's an hour drive one way and an hour drive back. So it's 2 hours out of my life just to go like to the coffee and beekeeping meeting, besides the time I spend there. Now, Tohono Chul was amazing. They gave us a behind the scenes tour of their propagation area. Plus, Shauna showed everybody around quite a few areas while they were visiting. Many of the members hadn't been to Tohono Chul in a long time, so they didn't know all the changes that Tohono Chul has done. And that is because of Jamie Larson, the CEO, president, whatever her title is. That lady is amazing. She has been bringing some great changes to Tohono Chul Park. It's a beautiful botanical garden. They do a lot of their own propagation for a lot of their own native species there in the park, and then they also sell it at different events and at their nursery. So if you want to give to a great nonprofit, Tohono Chul is a great one to. They're doing a lot for the community. The Oro Valley Children's Museum is actually at the park as well. So there's a lot of things for families to do while you're there. So there's my plug for Tohono Chul. I also went to we started at the Garden Bistro, and I would have to say, the Eggs Benedict was amazing. It was very good. And I also had a few prickly pear mimosas. So yeah, a really fun time. But since I was already on the north side of Tucson, I went to Dickman's Meat Market, and that is where our most favorite hamburger comes from. So Dickman's actually grinds their own from trimming the steaks and other high quality cuts that they get. So when they trim those high quality cuts, they throw those trimmings into the grinder, and that's what you're getting. You're not getting any of that pink stuff mixed in, and it's like $4 a pound. It's like cheaper than Walmart, and it's better quality. So if you can get to Dickman's, it's at the corner of Orange Grove and Oracle. So in the Hobby Lobby Plaza there, a little store set in there. So definitely a must visit. That's like our main source. So anytime I'm going to Tohono, I also go to Dickman's. So got that done, but I also went thrifting. So have to like hit my favorite thrift stores in that area on my way back, and then I get some things hopefully for ourselves that we might be looking for, because I try not to buy things brand new. And also I was looking, for stuff to resell on our Etsy store, and craft ideas and products and stuff. So I found at one of the thrift stores just a stack of magazines, and everybody that knows me, I'm like, I love magazines, but they're only $1/4 a piece. I picked these up for $1/4 piece, cooking, but this is really cool. They had the Sojourns, which is, it's a magazine that's about the peaks, plateaus, and canyons of the West. So this is a really interesting, normally a $10 issue, like a specialty magazine issue, and there was 2 of them, and I got both of those for 25 cents a piece, and they're normally $10. So yeah, not bad. So, and of course some others. They also had Smoke Signal, which is the store, and it has the story of Mission San Javier. And then there was Rancho La Brea, Death Trap, and Treasure Trove. So this one's about fossils. They also had a paperback on Roadrunner, which I'm trying to put like in our guest house. I'm putting all the native animals and plants and history stories, historical documentation, like 1 blanket and 10 days rations. This will go in there just for reading for our guests. So some stuff for sale, some stuff for the guest house or bunkhouse. I also picked up a huge bag of headbands. My mom is growing her hair out long, and she's using headbands, and she looks so beautiful. So then I picked up, I always am looking for metal art to put into my dad's memorial garden that we are going to be working on, and that you will see soon, I hope. But this metal art, it's kind of blah, but I'm going to be painting it with some metal spray paint. This flower, as well as a couple of the others that I picked up, remind me a little bit of the California poppy that we have that grows wild here in Tucson. And I'm thinking about coloring these the color of the California poppy, because one of my dad's favorite colors was orange, sunsets. So I think I'm gonna probably redo that and that. Now this one I got for Dan. It's just a glass case for displaying things so that they don't get dusty. So that one's for Dan. Not a lot of decorative trim on it, but it's not old. And that's, so this one here, I have an idea. So I have one of our guest places is an old RV. I'm sure you are, RV, yeah. 1980s, 1983 RV, motor coach kind of thing. Anyway, my theme is jackalope in that. And I'm thinking about seeing the way this rabbit was like painted on here. I'm thinking about seeing if I can put a 3-dimensional 3-point Coues whitetail antler out of the frame here, and then on the opposite side just paint one in. So I don't know, and then add a few things to it. And I got kind of this inspiration because at that same thrift store there was a bunch of mixed media frames, mixed media art. So this one here, the person used a bunch of different fabric swatches they painted a background, and then they used a lot of beads and whatnot to make this fabric or mixed media art frame. So it's kind of, you know, it's interesting looking. I'm gonna put this on Etsy. But these kind of things gave me ideas for some of the stuff that I'm going to make. I think I'm going to try to do a few with the bee theme with some of my really unique material that I've gathered over the years. So I have a lot of bee material, and I have a lot of beads that look like honeycomb that I've saved and things like that. So this one here too as well. I mean, it's really kind of unique. It's this one's more of a natural look to it, and again, I'm gonna put this one on my Etsy store. Just very vintage looking. I really like the mixed media art, and then these two would probably go together in one, kind of a Southwest coloring theme. It's got turquoise beads and conchos and stuff like that. So when I was I was looking at it going, oh, that's kind of a cool idea. I might make something with my all my bee stuff. While I was walking through that thrift store, I found a 6-pack. So, well, now I gotta do it, right? So one of the videos coming up, as soon as I find everything, is going to be me making one of the mixed media frames as a bee theme. So that'll be fun. And lastly, a little frog for my frog area. I have an area for toads and frogs. I try to keep it wet and stuff, but my Colorado river toads end up going in other places. This morning I saw them together in one of my water tanks, but I made this one spot specifically for frogs. I thought it was kind of a cool spot, and nobody's living there, so this one is going to live there. So this is something I picked up. So that was like just a fun thing. And so not only did I go and I get some things for the garden, the pollinator garden for the bees specifically, which are doing great. You want to know? They are doing awesome. You know what? Now's a great time to show you this video. The pollen's coming in, so I have things growing all over my garden. In the desert, there's things blooming. We got an inch of rain last week and 0.15 inches, hardly anything, but I'll take it. It's better than nothing. So we have things blooming. We have creosote blooming, we have white thorn acacia blooming, we've got sienna, we've got all kinds of vines, and I mean, the devil's claw is blooming. I mean, we have everything blooming besides what's in the garden blooming. And so this video is to show you my buckfast hive, which is a lay-ins hive, bringing in the pollen. And then I'll also end it with another video of one of our rescued hives bringing in pollen. And just look at their pollen sacs. They're just like full of pollen. The beautiful colors, oranges and yellows. Oh my, I'm so happy for them. The bees are extremely thrilled. Oh, I forgot something. I got a couple of other things too. Okay, so this one here, this plate, kind of pretty, isn't it? So this plate here was actually, it has a maker's mark here. So, but the design wasn't on it when when the manufacturer made this plate. When the manufacturer made this plate, it was just the terracotta color. It did not have this black and turquoise blue design on it. The design on it actually was made by a Laguna artist, Laguna Pueblo. So, and you can actually tell, when you put it up here, you can make out the story for yourself. So you've got the company that made the plate, and then the artist that put the design on it. So if you're like, you know, if you wanted a traditionally made Laguna pot, you're gonna pay some money for that kind of item. But you can get something with a really pretty design on it for a lot cheaper if it's non-traditionally manufactured. So traditionally manufactured, going out, gathering the clay, you know, processing that, pounding it, getting the impurities out, adding temper to it, building the pot from scratch, you know, coil and then scraping it and polishing it and then painting it, you're going to pay a lot of money. So this allows you to get something Native American at a much cheaper price. Same thing with these. So an Acoma potter actually made these. So non-traditional, like even the color is, you know, purple. There was no purple paint back then. But so this potter, Acoma, from Acoma, New Mexico, made these to greenware, and I am going to sell the bowls and throw these in at no cost because there's some flawing. It's got, somebody was like scraping it or something. I don't know why, but if you feel it, or it could be, I guess, where it sat, there's no glaze on the very end here. And I don't know why. I have no clue if it's been worn off from use or what, but yeah, that's kind of weird. This is like missing here too. It's like it's flaked off. I really don't know. Maybe it didn't fire correctly. Maybe it didn't get completely covered when the potter was making it. I have no clue why the scoops, both of the scoops or spoons have flaws. So I will include it with the pot, but I'm not gonna say that these have any value at all. The value is only going to be in these, and again, this is greenware, non-traditionally constructed, cheap. But then you can say, if you can't afford something from Acoma Pueblo, you can afford this. This will be on our Etsy store as well. I do have a few people that are actually collecting the greenware of, you know, from the Pueblos. So yeah, it was a good thing that I ran into, and this can add to a couple people's collections. So fun things. All right, well, thanks for joining me. I'm going to be adding my Etsy store QR code here at the very end. So if any of this stuff was exciting to you, or if you want to look at possibly purchasing it, head on over to our Etsy store at King's Titan Homestead. And thanks for watching. Bye.